Welcome back to the Drive Time Podcast.
Podcast.
I am Parker Brown.
And I'm Alfred Barnes.
And I'm joined by I'm joined by...
No,
I'm just kidding.
And I'm Alfred Barnes, and you're like, and I'm joined by... I introduce you.
Dude, all right, are you hyped that next week we get to do I'm joined by? I mean, not next week, but...
It'll be the week following when this one comes out. It'll
got,
probably record it tomorrow.
Let's just say we have a surprise.
Got a little something in the chamber. It's instead of I've joined by, it's going to be we're joined by. We don't want to spoil who it is, but the first guest ever. He's we're not going to say his name, but
You said he.
Oh shit. You're
Dude,
right.
now that's only like 96% of comedians.
Yeah, that narrows it down a lot. But he's a younger fellow, newer to the comedy scene, so we're
giving it away.
We're giving it away. It's
Does he have blonde hair?
I actually don't know what color his hair is. He's always been wearing a hat when I've seen him.
That's true. We're there.
Damn,
we're giving
too much away. In case you didn't guess, it is Dave Attell. He's gonna be our first. No.
Guess who it is and win nothing.
Win nothing. Free Michelob Ultra.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Yeah,
we're
doing a Mick Ultra giveaway.
A Mickey Ultra.
So,
dude, even this is just so much better in terms of traffic. I don't know why, but like driving up here, I was like, holy shit! Like since the last week.
Yeah.
Last week, oh god, I just felt the fucking I felt the energy. You know what I mean? Sometimes. You don't observe with your eyes. You observe with your chakras.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you're feeling
and
the vibe.
I put my the tail chakra.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
the chakra in your taint.
The chakra but spiritually it's a tail. You know.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't. I would have thought Avatar: Last Airbender would have taught me that, so I'm a little disappointed.
You haven't hung out with enough furries, then, my friend.
Yeah.
Or enough scalies.
I'm pretty sure there is a chakra in your gooch.
Oh yeah, the root chakra, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's where the source of all energy comes from.
Nice. I like that. Is that why people sun their perineum? Dude,
I didn't think that was a real thing.
Dude,
and then I met someone that does that.
Liberals out there.
Those fucking dude. I feel like someone came up with that as a joke, right? Like
yeah.
that's definitely someone came up with that as a joke and it went too far, and then they're like leading a yoga class where people were like putting their buttholes up to the sun.
Yeah, they're like, there's no way you could get people to do that, and not only do that, but probably pay for it. And they're like, I'm gonna go to Los Angeles.
What I think it is it's probably just people like being outside in the sun.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that the butthole part is like unnecessary, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, no, I mean being in the sun is good for you. They say if you
you need that vitamin D.
Yeah, that vitamin D.
That's why Caucasian people have lighter skin, because we have to let enough sunlight in to make vitamin D.
Yep. Is it just naturally occurring in black people? What's the
No, it's because they get more sun.
Yeah.
They're not they get God.
What do you mean they?
People that are closer to the equator get more sunlight, so they don't need to they need their skin to absorb more.
I gotcha.
Because too much is bad too. If you get too much,
that's true. You die.
You get skin cancer.
True.
Seems like a lot of stuff is like that, where it's like,
you get too much, you get too hot.
Yeah.
Love is like oxygen. It's a classic song.
The fuck song is that?
Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too hot. So you know the one.
No, I don't know. I was just making that up.
Damn, then you were pretty dead on. But, speaking of the podcast, we're at 296 right now.
Oh,
on the cusp of 300
baby.
plays. Thank you to everybody
for tuning in. We're going to watch the movie 300 while we're driving.
Yep.
When
we're playing it now.
300.
And the guys get kicked into the pit.
Yeah. And, this is the part where the dude fucks Leonidas' wife or whatever.
Look, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, the dude that's what's so crazy is, fucking the detective from, what's the show? The show about Baltimore crime.
The Wire?
Yeah, the detective from The Wire is the dude that fucks Leonidas's wife in the movie 300.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's fucking Cersei from Game of Thrones plays Leonidas's wife, Lena Headey, or whatever.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never technically watched 300 all the way through.
Okay.
Because my cousins had a copy. Your boy is a budding teen.
Okay.
Finds out there's some sex scenes.
There are some sex scenes.
The
yeah.
family goes to sleep at his cousin's house. He's doing a little fast forward, a little boop boop boop. Fast forwarded on the TV.
And then you got to
just watch it. I'm not jerking. I respect the space.
Okay. But you thought this would be nice to
add
see.
a little something to the bank because I had dial-up way longer than you'd expect somebody our age to have dial-up. So if I can watch it live and in person, you know.
Oh wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Dude, wait, did you actually ever legit have like a spank bank?
Like in my head?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you call back to things.
Yeah.
Previous endeavors, you know.
That's true.
I'm not gonna lie. Every once in a while, I'll take a break from the internet resources.
Yeah.
Try to do it from my mind, but I find that my mind goes to way darker places than I normally go on the internet.
Damn.
Because I gotta really push my imagination.
Like killing motherfuckers in your.
Oh God, not
imagination?
that far.
It is hard. It is funny though how like, you know, when you're like 10. Or not 10, but like 12.
Do you ever think back to like one that you watched when you were way younger?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought of one the other day and I found it, and it wasn't one that like did anything for me, but it was a novelty. It was this guy with 2 dicks.
What? No. One of them had to be fake.
It was likely a prosthetic, but
okay.
I was like, does this really happen? All right.
Yeah.
1 in every 5.5 million men.
Oh hell yeah.
Has diphallia.
That's what it would be called.
Which
too.
means they have 2 penises. It seems they're generally stacked one on top of the other, which I think is what you want.
Side to side.
Yeah, which I think is what you want for double penny. You know, but yeah. So diphallia, 1 in every 5.5 million men, about half the United States. There's like 3 blah blah blah. Do the math. I did it. That means there's 30 guys in the U.S. walking around with 2 dicks.
That's really not a lot of guys.
Yeah.
But we could find one.
Yeah, but dude, let's be real. We've probably done stand-up with enough people to where there could be some.
Yeah.
Although if you've got 2 dicks, you're not wasting your time with stand-up.
Do you think people are like ashamed of it though?
I don't know. See, that's that thing. Is like I feel like
are you proud of it or are you ashamed?
I feel like we don't know the guy with the biggest dick in the world because I feel like it's one of those cruel instances where he's like a priest or priest is a bad example of not using your dick, but you know, like one of the like a monk or something living up in the mountains. And he's just not using that hog.
It's probably some like middle-aged, older guy that, you know, doesn't care at all about it.
Yeah.
It's squandered. It's completely squandered.
Yeah. Well, because there was, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I think he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. The dude with the like world's biggest dick is a white dude.
Yeah, it's white. Yeah, isn't he like 5'6" too?
Yeah, he's like a real fucking. He looks like he's wasting it. Like, he looks like a guy who would say, well, actually, according to my hypothesis, like that kind of vibe. And then he got beat by this dude in Mexico.
Oh.
I feel like it's bad I know so much about this, but I'm fascinated by it.
What country was that guy from, the white guy?
America.
Oh!
USA.
USA. USA.
Yeah.
What about the girl with the biggest pussy?
Probably also USA.
Probably also USA.
Probably that
USA.
guy. Probably the wife of that guy's next door neighbor. But
damn.
But no, because then he got beat by somebody. I think he was Mexican or you know, south of here somewhere. But it turns out he would just like hang weights from his dick to stretch it out.
Oh my god.
And a lot of it was like built up. I don't know what it is.
Scar tissue.
Yeah, like scar tissue. So I mean, he probably had like a nice like 9-incher to begin with.
Yeah.
But
but why? But why? Is that how fragile the male ego though? Is that you have like a 9-inch dick and you're still like, what can I do to make it? I gotta make it more. I need more.
Yeah.
The never-ending greed.
Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining some dude hanging weights off of his 9-inch dick, and then Gordon Gekka going, greed is good.
Yeah. No, I don't know, like, I guess if you are, like, I feel like if, let's say the record is, I don't know, 14 inches. If he's 13 and a half, I get it.
Yeah.
You know, you might as well win. But if you've got
a long
5
way
inches to go.
Listen,
Like, what damage are you doing that's going to ruin sex?
You
that's
have
gonna
to
ruin
get
the only
a whole
perk.
nother dick.
Yeah, you're going to ruin the only perk of having a giant dick, and it's
Yeah.
going to be, like, unusable.
I thought they were like certain tribal people also like hung weights off their dicks though.
I know they hang them off like their ears and stuff.
Oh,
or
their
they do the
ears.
lip stretching.
Oh well, dude, if they're hanging them off their ears, they're definitely some guy that's like,
Yeah.
I wonder if this will work for my dick.
Well, some dudes are into ball stretching.
Oh no.
They do the same thing that these women do with the rings on their neck, but to their testicles.
No, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Look, I get all these weird fetishes. I get people like pain and stuff, but stretching your sack out just seems like an inconvenience.
It seems bad. It.
Like the whole joke about being
But now
old.
I am imagining a dude with like a kangaroo pouch, basically.
Yeah.
He's just like he goes to the grocery store. They're like, "Do you need a bag?" He's like, "Oh no, I don't.
I brought my own.
I brought my own." Is it reusable? Oh, it's very reusable.
You could say reusable, ever expanding.
But I feel like if you had a huge sack and small balls, you know what I mean? Like,
it would just look silly.
It would look less than silly. It would look like, like a dude melted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true. And also, like, my sack doesn't hang that low.
Okay.
But I still fear it's going to hit the water in the toilet bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And I got it quite a good bit of distance, you know?
Yeah. There's a lot of things like that you kind of...
Yeah, you take for granted. It's like if you have a giant dick, it could be swinging in the water.
That's true. But I bet you also feel like a little bit of pride, too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, like... And also, I feel like women would be able to be more willing to take that risk if you have a giant dick. If you have like a small dick and you're like, yeah, there's toilet water on it, they're gonna be like, well, this is an easy decision.
Well, supposedly, I just heard there's this story of this dude that used to go to some club in New York that was famous, and he had such a big dick that he could like only fuck guys. Like he didn't want to fuck guys, but like, the anus could stretch.
Oh yeah.
In ways that the vagine couldn't.
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it can stretch quite a bit.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We don't know from personal experience at all. No, of course not.
Read about it, of course, and
I do have that cucumber
weekly.
You asked for though.
Oh, good. Thank you. No, yeah, my store was out. But I don't know how much we should push the wiener talk.
Yeah,
for this episode.
I know. This has been pretty explicit.
Yeah, no.
I hope my boss doesn't start to listen on this.
Yeah,
episode.
this is pretty blue. You know what's driving me crazy?
What?
So episode, I don't know. It was like episode 12, maybe 11 and 12, or 12 and 13, whatever it is. But they have that one in the bonus episode has less plays than the one after it by quite a few.
What?
Dude, I don't know.
Those are like the good ones.
Yeah. And also, the one of us driving to D.C. beat out like the previous three, which is frustrating because
that was the worst fucking one.
It was the worst episode by far.
That was the worst fucking one. Yeah. We were so fucking stressed.
Yeah, we were just irritated the whole drive.
Dude, that drive back, I swear to God, if we get to the dude drop in and there's like been like an earthquake or some shit,
yeah.
I love how last week we're like, we're never going back to D.C. again.
And then somebody's like, I'll book you a D.C. and we're like, we'll be there on time.
On time. You can set your watch to the time we get there, motherfucker.
Here's the deal. We will try 3 no less parking garages. And if we can't find one, I'm going the fuck home. And I love the guy who put this show together. Nick Oka is a great
Nick
dude.
Oka's the boy.
But I
He's
swear to God.
I was actually like, when I Google Maps it, I was looking to see if there's like parking.
Yeah, we really should do that in advance more often. Because when you look up parking, it's like, yeah, there's a parking garage here, and then you drive there, you're like, there's not a parking garage.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like,
or it's like underground. Like, dude, it's just. Also, DC just is less. Like, Baltimore still has like some amount of like city driving. Like, you have to drive in a city.
Yeah.
But it's set up like there's more signs and shit. You know what I mean? And it's a little bit less tight. You know what I mean?
I do like how I didn't look at I don't remember who all was on the lineup. But, like, it's a lot of Baltimore comics.
Oh, yeah,
Like, it's me, you, Lol, Jeff, Nick. Like, there's some of Baltimore's.
Baltimore's spreading out.
Yeah.
We didn't come to take part.
We the best.
We came to take over.
Hell yeah.
Every time I try and do a Conor McGregor, I ended up just doing, like, a generic Irish guy.
So
and he has a very distinct way of speaking.
How come you're so good at Asian, Hispanic, black accents.
What?
You're a
What are you
super
talking
talent.
about?
Oh my god, guys! Off the podcast, he doesn't even talk in his regular voice, but can't do Irish.
What you talking about, Willis?
He can't do Irish, which is his heritage.
I can do a little bit of Irish, but I can't do Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He's talking about teas tree tings.
Teas tree tings.
That's the phrase.
Maybe we should go to.
My mother played the potato.
Have you been to your homeland?
What, Ireland?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I mean, I'm more German than I am Irish.
Oh, you are?
But I feel like if I went to Germany, like it would be like game over.
Dude, I have no idea.
I don't think I would ever come back.
I have no idea what my heritage is, and the reason for that is because I asked my dad's dad one time, and he's like, "Yeah, I did a heritage thing, blah blah blah." He's like, "But all I can tell you, Al, is that we've been here longer than the Native Americans."
What?
And I was like, "You mean the first people?" He's like, "Yep, we've been here longer than them." And I was like, "All right." So I don't know what I am, but I guess I'm.
You do look a little Cro-Magnon to you, dude. So maybe your dad's right.
Yeah, it's that fucking forehead.
Yeah.
No, that's just my shit hairline. But
yeah. No, your great granddad was like unfrozen by like a lab or whatever.
Yeah, no, this was recent.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they just thawing him out. I don't know. My mom's maiden name is Legore, which I guess is French or something.
Liquor?
No, Legore. Like
Legore.
higher uppercase G.
That also could be, but like a lot of those names too are like some of them are like Italian names that they Americanized too.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of like Italian people that don't have like as many as like sounding stuff. Because you'd be like, my last name it's Mazzarico, and they're like, you're gonna be Mick. You're gonna be Matthew.
I remember I was engaging in a classic white person activity, doing a little whitewater rafting.
Oh,
one time.
It's in the name.
Yeah, white.
It's
water
in
rafting.
the name.
I know you never see a black person whitewater rafting. Now on a double black diamond.
God damn.
A double black
diamond.
Hella. But no, I was doing whitewater rafting, and we had like the guide. He's the guy steering it in the back while we're paddling our asses off.
You gotta have the guy that steers.
Yeah. And he was like an Irish dude, and he was like, well, he was of Irish heritage.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he's like, I was the Irish guy, so like everybody in my friend group, we were all of a different, heritage, so we would call each other by the slurs. He's like, so I was Mick.
Yeah.
Which is the only one I could say. But he's like, then we had a black guy in our group. And of course we caught him. And I was like, no.
No.
So
No, don't do it.
But I was like, damn. It's...
Yeah, well, like, the thing about white, like, like WAP or, like, Mick.
Just like a WAP.
It's like, it doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? It's like a magic spell that, like, used to have power, but, like...
Well, I think...
Now it doesn't. What the fuck is going on up here?
I don't know. Well, because this left lane, there was a truck with an arrow, but I think it's driving now.
But it's driving. It's a moving arrow.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this shit?
I don't know.
What the fuck is this shit?
But I feel like white people have all just kind of fallen into this white melting pot. Like, in the early 1900s, it'd be like, oh, you got the Irish or the Italians. The Italians.
You'd be like, there's a lot of Irish in this neighborhood. It's a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
Which kind of,
But, so, like...
Which I think is the way, like, we should go back to that.
I agree. I think, we should get more into segregating the whites.
I think so. I think that would be, because then we'd at least have, like, an identity. You know what I mean?
Dude, speaking of hot takes about race, did you see...
Oh, give me a little...
No, not mine personally, but did you see the guy who wrote the comic strip Dilbert?
Oh, yeah. He's like a fucking Nazi or some shit.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, I fucking loved Dilbert. And,
Yeah.
I
was talking to my grandmother about it today, and, like, obviously... white dude's grandma is not exactly left-leaning.
Yeah.
And even she was like, yeah, he took it too far. You shouldn't say that. So I was like, damn, Dilbert fucked up. Like,
well, did you see, someone dug up somehow his, AIM messenger names?
Oh.
And it was,
I didn't even figure that out.
I have no fucking idea. But, supposedly someone screenshotted it in, 2001. It was, in some deep internet forum. And it's kind of just been passed along, kind of like the, oh fuck, what's the thing from Indiana Jones? The, Ark of the Covenant.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like waiting for the day for it to finally be opened, and
I do like, instead of like as soon as you find something out, canceling somebody, just keeping it in the back pocket and passing it down through the generations. That's how we should do it.
But dude, I remember when that shit first started coming out, I was like, damn, this like racist dude has the same name as the guy who wrote Dilbert.
Well, yeah, the big one recently, just so the people at home listening, he essentially said that white people black people need to stay away from white people, or white people need to stay away from black people.
Well, he called black people a hate group. Like,
yeah.
all of black people a hate
Which
group.
I don't like, regardless of how you feel about anything, Black Lives Matter, whatever, however you feel about any of that stuff, that is a hard stance to take. Like,
and listen, Black Lives Matter, do I give a shit about? No. Blue Lives Matter?
Parker, no.
No, hold on. It's a joke. Blue Lives Matter, do I give a shit about it? No. But the pointy-haired boss from Dilbert? That's my fucking guy.
That's my boy.
Dude, do you remember Dilbert's tie used to curve up?
It was a bit.
Damn. And there was Dogbert?
More
like Dog Whistlebert, am I right?
Oh,
am I right?
I like that. That was good.
No, of course I didn't mean any of that stuff, and you interrupted me, kind of made it seem more
I know, I should have.
racist.
I'm just going to cut it there.
Than it was.
But, no, I mean, I feel like Dilbert was the comic version of Office Space.
It made you, and you felt like for some reason smarter reading Dilbert.
Yeah.
It was about an office. So, like, as a kid, you're like, oh, I'm reading, high literature.
Of course, the copier doesn't work, and
Yeah,
this boss
yeah,
is
yeah.
asking him to do some insurmountable task when it's nearly 5 o'clock.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Yeah. Dude, now I can't even call it a great comic. But, I mean, you're reading that, you're reading Garfield.
Dude, what if it turns out Garfield's racist?
Well, it is, like, obviously this is bad, but I think it's fun when an artist type comes out as extremist in that way.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like normally the artists are super, progressive, liberal types.
Generally,
So
but
it's a twist.
what a twist.
And say what you will, but I love a twist.
Who doesn't love a twist? I mean, it was the most unnecessary rug pull ever. Was finding out Dilbert is racist.
I know.
You what
I feel like everybody, when they heard that, they're like, oh, shit, they're still making Dilbert?
yeah. I didn't know they were still making Dilbert. Dude, that would... You're going to find out Foxtrot's racist. More like Fox News, am I right? What else we got? We got Pearls Before Swine. Obviously pro police comic, racist.
Mm-hmm.
Boondocks. Aaron Magruder's racist. Okay, I'm going to be the first one to call it. Aaron Magruder. They did have Uncle Ruckus on there. So
Yeah, true.
I don't know if that's just from the TV show, or if it's from the comic too.
Yeah.
But all right. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna get out my sports book app and put Eric Magruder, racist turn.
The
next Kanye.
Oh,
you know
damn.
What I mean?
Dude, I saw... Oh, man, who was it that they were... I saw a video earlier today about somebody who they were like... Oh, no, it was Cat Williams was talking about everything that happened with Dave Chappelle. It was an older video.
Yeah.
Cat Williams is nuts.
Oh, yeah.
He is...
But he is, like, so funny.
He's hilarious. Although his last special... Did you watch his most recent special?
I think I did. I think I liked it, though.
The one where he, kept playing music in between jokes?
Maybe I didn't watch that special.
It was a lot, to be honest.
It was a lot? Okay.
But no, he's talking
But
about
he always... But, do you remember he's every day I'm hustling shit? He always played a little bit of...
That's true.
Bit of music from the culture.
But no, it was him talking about the Chappelle stuff. Whatever.
Okay.
But then some woman in the comments is like, people call Cat Williams crazy, but he's always spit the truth. Just like Kanye. And I'm like, all right.
Okay.
Different.
Okay.
Cat
Very
Williams
different.
is like, there's a problem with the way artists are treated. And Kanye West is like, Jewish people.
Yeah.
He's like, they're the reason.
There was one other guy. There's one other dude that came out crazy, in the opposite of Kanye way, where he was like, I
Jim
can't remember
Carrey?
which act. No. It was a black guy, and he was like, and he's been on all my fucking Instagram reels. These crazy people blow the fuck up. And he's talking about how black people were here before the Native Americans or whatever, and all this just like insane stuff, and I don't know, man. I feel like we need to have like a Game of Thrones type story, but where all of these conspiracy theories are true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, you know, I don't have a funny act out right now because I feel like I'm already in dangerous territory.
we're already trying to danger.
We're pretty you know, but just like you know, just somebody killing a dragon, and then they're like, oh thank you. I'm glad your people have finally arrived to help us, and it's like, finally arrived. We were here before the dragons. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah. Finally arrived. We've been here all along, young one.
Yeah. There you go.
That was my black voice.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of black people, God, that was a joke. I don't think that's fine to say. But that, do you know that Drake song? I think we might have talked about this, but that Drake song that's like, working on the weekend like usual.
Yeah.
Go, dude. So literally, on the weekends now, anytime I have to do like the slightest bit of something I don't want to do,
right,
that song just plays in my head. Now.
Working on the weekend,
yeah,
like usual.
Like I'll like forget my phone in my car, and I have to like leave my apartment for like a minute, and it'll be like, working on the weekend like usual. You know I'm doing too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I mean, everybody's working for the weekend. They're not supposed to be working on the weekend, you know?
Working for the weekend.
Oh, unrelated. I did another DC show here relatively recently. It was like a week or two ago, but I forgot to mention it. And what I didn't know when I signed up for it, first off, another time in DC getting paid with drink tickets.
Really?
Your boy doesn't like that.
You don't like getting paid in drink tickets?
I'd like getting paid in drink tickets if it's, you know, not drive, like if I don't get free drinks and then have to drive out of DC.
Oh yeah.
It's a horrible combo.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was at what I didn't know is that I was going to be immediately following a jazz band.
Oh boy.
Which is a tough transition. They're doing like this weird like kind of yeah. It was like it was a jazz. So it was a 3-piece: bassist, guitarist, and drummer, right? And they're
guitarist.
Yeah. Oh, jazz. Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm not hip. But I feel like you need like a horn in there more, or a saxophone.
You'd be surprised.
Okay.
You'd be surprised.
I would be
not
surprised.
that I'm much of a connoisseur, but
I mean that's basically a rock band.
Yeah, but they were doing like a lot of improvisational, you know?
Okay.
And they kept like coming back to, I don't remember what it was, but it was like a very popular riff, like say like Smells Like Teen Spirit. They'd play it a couple bars, and then they would just noodle around for a while.
Yeah.
It was cool, whatever. They finished 1 minute before the show was supposed to start.
Oh wow.
Perfect. All right. Then hold up, wait a minute. As the host is about to go kick the show off, this guy, who I don't know if he's in the band or what the deal is, walks up. He's like, actually, I wanted to sing one. And then he walks on.
No.
Yeah, then he walks on stage, and
like as the host is walking up.
As the host is walking, like cuts it off.
No.
Goes up. He starts singing a song. Guess what language it's in? Not English. All right. So I'm like, I can't tell if he's like.
Yeah.
If he's like trying to like just scat and try to find the melody, or if he's just speaking horrifically broken Spanish. But it's one of the two. And I was like, this fucking sucks. So I went up and I just do like crowd work about jazz for like the first 3 minutes of my set. But
as you do.
Fortunately, what I did is I like was like, you know, how many like I was like, are you guys real jazz fans, or are you just people who say you like jazz to be interesting? And this one guy was like, they were all like, we're real jazz fans. Then I asked this one guy, I was like, who's your favorite jazz musician? He didn't say anything. I was like, got you, bitch. Like it was a very gratifying moment for me.
And I'm sure they loved that.
Yeah, they did. They ate it up. I was like, thank God, because if he would have said somebody, I would have been fucked.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but before I went on stage, I was like frantically Googling jazz musicians because I was like, what if somebody asked me during my set about jazz? I don't know why I thought that, but I did.
You have to pretend.
Yeah, I did.
Well, you could improvise. That would be the real jazz musician thing to do.
Yeah.
It would be like.
Well, every time a joke bombed, I was like, I just improvised that. This is jazz. I kept saying it was like jazz, just because I fucking hated it, dude.
Smooth.
I was,
dude. Well, you were first up too.
Yeah. The host went up and did A minute, maybe.
Okay. A minute?
Yeah, a minute to 2 minutes.
Damn.
He wasn't up there very long. And then, yeah, I went
He was
first.
like, let me get the fuck off this jazz.
Which
this
I
jazz
wasn't.
stage.
I wasn't bummed about going first because I wanted to go home.
Yeah.
And my GPS made it seem like it was in this alley. So I walked through this alley, and there's just somebody feverishly rummaging through the trash.
No,
and so, dude, I was literally like,
dude, that will freak you the fuck out.
oh yeah, and like in Ember, and have you ever seen Emperor's New Groove?
Of course.
Yeah, where Krunk is like sneaking across the wall.
Yeah,
I swear to
yeah.
God, I was like, walk quietly. They have their back to you. Like I was like sneaking by because I was like, don't ask me for $1 in an alleyway because I just feel like there's no way this can go
Totally
positively. But yeah, doing a little jazz comedy. Isn't it weird that anything improvisational has a very small group of people who like it? Talking improv, we're talking jazz.
But some people also think it's like the highest art form too.
It's a fun contrast. I will say, like, jazz musicians are generally on the more talented end of the music spectrum. Generally.
Well, my last roommate was a music guy, and he was explaining to me how, like, sometimes, like, a lot of the time, to the untrained ear, like mine, jazz musicians sound like they're just doing absolutely random fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But really, like, the really good ones, if you break down the music they're playing, it's actually, like, way more complicated than, like a rock song or whatever, in, like, also, like, a structured way. You know what I mean? Like you could listen to jazz, like a jazz musician could listen to jazz and be like, this like sucks.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think in general, like, this isn't my take, but like music is just so much better than stand up. You know what I mean? That you
I agree
like
100%.
anytime you have to do the stand up before the music.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But you have to. Like, there's a variety show out in Frederick.
I remember because I got put on it last minute.
Oh, my God.
Because, yeah, Parker did one. It was a variety show. Not to cut off your story, but
it was a variety show, and it also had, like, a bar that was not there for the show either.
Yeah, so
it was a combination.
Well,
of
me and my buddy were, like, getting hammered in Frederick, and then you showed up and joined us in drinking, and then we went to this show. And it started at, 1 in the morning? It started late as shit. I don't know when it started.
It started pretty late. It wasn't like 1 in the morning, but it was like at like 11, I think. They finally started.
It was late. And everybody there was drinking, having a good time with facing the bar, which, fun fact, was not facing the stage.
Exactly. And, I think it's just hard to... It's just like you can also talk during music, too. You know what I mean? And like,
yeah, you don't have to be as actively engaged.
You have to be quiet during stand-up.
Like, you can be passively listening to music and it still makes sense.
Yeah,
you can't passively listen to stand-up because you're like, you might get the big punchline, but there could have been 6 callbacks that you missed.
Exactly.
So you might like it, but you're not going to...
All right, what we got going on?
Seems like we got a little hang up here on the road.
We got the popo.
On the Baltimore-Washington Parkway. Looks like the block is a little hot. Looks like we have a work truck.
We got work truck.
A work truck.
We got two police officers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this lane's closed.
I'm expected to merge.
Yeah.
But oh, nice. This person let me over. Thank you, person.
Thank you.
You get a free subscription to our Patreon. All right. Anybody getting arrested? What's the sitch?
It looks just like a citation.
Okay. Well,
that did not look like you needed to block off the fucking road.
Did not warrant
What
a lane
the
closing.
fuck?
Guys, right before the exit, the 32 exit to get to Fort Meade, there's a little hang up right now. So if you're driving here on Wednesday, the March the 1st, make sure you're keeping your wits about you. Also, Parker, I got a birthday on Saturday.
I know. Happy birthday.
Thank you for saying that.
I wish I was invited to the party.
I wasn't having one. I'm going to do stand-up in West Virginia.
Oh, my God.
But
for your birthday?
Yeah.
Is Jackie coming?
I told her. I was like, just work. That's fine. We'll do something Sunday.
Make us money. Money is the best present.
Yeah, because you're definitely going to make more serving tables than I'm going to make doing stand-up.
Oh, faux show.
Yeah, so this is the big one.
What West Virginia? Oh, this is the big one?
I'm turning 27.
How is that the big one?
Because that's when all greats die, Parker.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, that's what I was telling my friend whose birthday is actually today. I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I think He's like, I was like, this year's gonna be stressful for me because I'm 27 now, so I not only have to become a famous celebrity, but I also have to kill myself.
And you're getting married too.
Yeah,
so you have
and
to
I'm
get
getting.
married.
Oh yeah, I guess that's big.
I mean, that would probably be the best, the most memorable ending to a wedding ever.
Yeah, that's true.
At the end, you're just like, you just killed yourself.
That would be the grand finale, the red wedding, as it were.
The red wedding, dude. You're just like, I'm just a big Game of Thrones fan.
Yeah, big.
Like, you just have half the people at your wedding killed.
I've seen half an episode of Game of Thrones. And
really?
I feel confident that I've seen the scene where the snobby prince dies.
Yeah.
So I feel like
that counts.
Yeah.
You're a fan.
Well, because I was not when it was at the height of its popularity. But how many seasons are there? Like 6, 7, 6?
There are 8 seasons.
8 seasons. All right. So maybe around this time, season 5 or 6 came out.
That's when a lot of people like.
Yeah. I was dating this girl, and she was like, she was a problem. This girl was a problem.
She was a problem.
She's a problem.
What do you mean she was a problem?
She was nuts.
She was into Game of Thrones?
Yeah. No, that wasn't the main problem.
Oh, okay.
But she was into it when our relationship started to go to shit, and I was like, man, I don't need that fucking show. And then I heard it ended bad, and I was like,
it did end bad.
I was like, I don't want to start something just to have a disappointing ending.
Yeah.
It's like
you just had that with your relationship.
Yeah. It's like a fuck, and then their parents walk in. Like, I don't want to stop, but this did kill the vibe.
Totally.
You know. You ever had?
Hold on. How was this lady? How was she crazy? In what way? So like was she like crazy? Like she was up and down? Was she crazy? Like she was overly obsessive with certain things?
So
only so many types of crazy.
Yeah, and this is like I think I mentioned her before, but basically, in other relationships, I could be like, yeah, no, I fucked up.
Yeah.
This one was not me.
This one wasn't on you.
She was like, I understand people getting annoyed when you interrupt, but if she was like talking to you and you went, oh, or mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like
would
active
like
listening.
Scream.
What?
Like scream, like, don't fucking interrupt me! Like that. Like crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How long did this relationship last?
2 months. And
that's fair enough.
We only saw each other for the first 3 weeks of the relationship, and then it was like it got so weird. And another part of the problem was I was friends with this other girl that she was also friends with, and we were like the three of us were friends.
Ooh.
So the three of us were friends, and then when me and her started dating, all of a sudden she was weird about me and being friends with this other girl. But I was like,
as they do.
I was friends with this other girl first, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, like, don't be a bitch about it. And so, like, obviously, because I was friends with this other person, like, and me and this girl was having issues, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you can't talk to her about our relationship. She's my friend. I was like, no, she's also my friend. Like, it was just.
You can't claim ownership of people.
I was like,
we fought a war over that.
We did fight. We fought a war.
You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. She was like, I don't know. She was a screamer, but not in a
I can't
not in a good way.
I can't do this. I can't do the screaming. I can't do.
Like, I'll shout. I'll yell.
Yeah. Yelling is different than screaming.
I don't scream.
Yelling is arguing. Screaming is like.
Like, my voice is never in jeopardy when I'm in an argument.
Yeah.
Your voice, you shouldn't be at risk of losing your voice with the way that you argue. But yeah, she was great. And like, I would just like, I think I'm pretty objective at relaying things that happen in a relationship to other people. I'm like, I'll be like, I'll ask people, I'll be like, what do you think of this? And like, every single person was like, yo, she's nuts. You need to get out of that. So I was like, all right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I don't know, wild shit. You had any spectacles in your love life in the past?
The only one was like I fucked this chick, and alright, this is bad, but like I knew she was in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've done that before. We made that mistake.
It's a mistake, but I fucked her one time, and the next day her boyfriend proposed to her.
I actually know about that. That is pretty horrific.
Isn't that like insane? Is that insane?
I don't know if
you know how little I have sex. You know what I mean?
Here's
it's not very often, listeners at home.
Yeah, I think
it's not a lot.
There's
and
two ways. There's two ways you could look at that. Either one, she's like, ugh, this is the best the world has to offer. I'll settle down with this guy. Or it's, all right, that was a good last ride. Now time to commit. Now, if I were you, I'd double down on the latter. But It could go either way. You don't even know how to take that.
And I can't ask her.
Yeah.
What I really want to do, because I'm a massive dick, is I want to be like, am I invited to the wedding still?
You should. I would do that. That's hilarious.
Am I still invited to the wedding? How do you feel about going, this person at my work is getting married.
Okay.
And I like everybody at my work, too. They're all very cool.
Except
honestly,
that one guy that you were telling me about.
He doesn't work there anymore.
I was just making that up.
Okay. Never mind.
To stir the proverbial pot. But I agree. Fuck that dude. Anyway, continue.
But we all got invited to the wedding of this person that's getting married. I don't know how I feel about that, because I like to let loose at weddings. You know what I mean?
True. It's
I kind of am like I don't know. I feel like I'm generally not very good at talking to people and like making friends. But at weddings, there's like a little something kind of magical there, where like people are kind of expected to get talked to and stuff, and you can like easily make friends. And there's a dance floor, and then there's an after party, and sometimes, you know, I do better in tighter, smaller knit groups.
Right.
And so a wedding is like a perfect thing to like meet somebody, and you like kind of hang out, and then you get some space. You know what I mean? So it's not like you get tired of each other, and then you go to a little after party after. There's less people around. You know what I mean? Like there's kind of like
it's a natural funnel.
A funnel.
Yeah.
The sales funnel.
Yeah.
Not a pyramid scheme.
The foot and door strategy.
The foot door?
It's a sales thing.
Foot in the door?
Yeah. You start with something minor, and then you build up to something bigger. The foot and door sales strategy.
Yeah, that does make it sound non-consensual, but I assure you.
Yeah, let me.
So like this is the thing. How like it's also going to be in the great state of West Virginia. And so it's like, yo, if I'm driving to fucking West Virginia for a wedding.
You're not driving home that night.
I'm going to like, and it's the booze is paid for.
Oh.
The food, even though I'm trying to drink less, you know.
At a wedding.
Weddings are like the one thing where I'm like, I got a bunch of weddings coming up. Yours being one of them.
That's what I'm nervous about. I got 3 weddings in a row in October, back to back weekends.
It's insane. Also the money you just spend on like suits and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I'm driving to West Virginia, you know, it's like a fucking 5-hour drive.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna drive there, you know, eat some food because I don't want to upset my coworkers. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna go off.
No, I think that's the move. I mean, do it.
Know.
Yeah, I would definitely slam a solid food base.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking that maybe I can wait some of them out too. You know, like
that's true. Yeah,
the bosses.
If everybody else is drunk or people leave early, you got a window.
Yeah.
Like,
or
if people say, Parker, you were pretty drunk when I left, that's not bad. If they were like, Parker, you're hammered when I left, that's not as good.
But like, this is the thing too. Is I'm thinking either I do that or I just straight up abandon the work people and try and find some other clique.
I think that's the move.
People that are as degenerate as I am.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm great at a wedding.
Yeah, I feel like you would be.
I am on the dance floor.
Oh, you're on the dance floor, throwing it down.
I have no moves. But my favorite thing to do is I'll find a shy person.
Okay.
Maybe somebody's grandmother.
Oh my God, you got too much confidence.
Maybe a rejected cousin.
A rejected cousin.
I say, get out here, buddy.
Get out here.
Somebody called 911. Shorty's fire burning on the dance floor.
That's a great move. I might steal that.
Dude,
I might steal that,
just
dude.
because especially now this takes balls. I normally go for a dude because it's the least threatening thing you can do, right? You're like, come on, buddy, get over here. Then everybody's like, this guy's the man. Next thing you know, everybody's dancing with you. Or this guy's gay. But whatever. Another way to make yourself seem less threatening. Now, I haven't had this opportunity, you know, since because I'm in a relationship, but I feel like somebody such as yourself could use this strategy.
Okay.
Because everybody loves people on the dance floor.
No one wants to be the first one out there. And but the thing is that it can get a little cliquey on the dance floor sometimes.
It can, and that's
sometimes it can form these kind of like small circles. You know what I mean?
You know what I do? I push right in the middle of that circle.
Oh.
And I start dancing.
You start going off.
People busting out their phones, getting the spotlight going. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's my bread and butter. I feel like I have the wrong type of confidence to do stand-up comedy, to be honest with you.
You think you're more of a physical performer?
Well, yeah, but no. So I think most good comedians have low self-confidence.
Yeah.
I have high self-confidence, but I do have low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem,
which I
but
think,
high self-confidence.
Yeah, which I think is a good combo for comedy.
Okay.
Because you have to have the confidence to get on stage, but you also have to hate yourself a little bit.
You do have to hate yourself. That's the one thing that sometimes you see new comics that are like very nice people, and you're like, you will never be good at this because you don't.
This scene's gonna eat you alive.
Huh?
I said this scene's gonna eat you alive.
Not that, but just like, you just have to have that deep down, like hatred of who you are as a person to then go on stage and be like, so Trump's a thing.
Yeah. We are going to the hub of political comedy.
Oh my God!
But it was booked by a Baltimore comedian.
Booked by a Baltimore guy, so hopefully it's not. It is funny that we're complaining about political comedy in like our nation's capital. Like the one place where it would be allowed. It'd be like going to like, Alaska and being like, a lot of oil jokes here, guys. How about we chill out with the weather jokes? Okay.
Yeah. Now I will say I don't know how Washington, D.C. was named.
Okay.
Obviously, District of Columbia. It's beside Columbia, Maryland. So I'm assuming that's where that came from. But it's Washington, which is like the farthest state from Washington, D.C.
Yes, but there was a guy named George Washington.
I'm hip to George Washington.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I know about
Yeah, they're both named after him.
He got two?
He was the man.
He's the numero uno.
He was the best. He had red hair.
Do you ever feel slighted that most of people's favorite presidents are the taller ones?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Abe Lincoln, George Washington.
It's almost like direct, like Reagan too.
Oh yeah, Reagan.
People forget that like Reagan was super popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he was. I think he won by the biggest majority of any president ever. Like
I think that was George Washington.
No, dude, he won like 49 states for re-election.
George Washington, I'm pretty sure got every single electoral college though.
Yeah, but that was back when there was 8 states.
13 states, Al.
There was more than 13 during I guess there was 13. I thought they had.
It's like drilled into you your entire childhood.
I thought they had like expanded a little bit by then. I thought there was.
Maybe I don't fucking know.
Or maybe you're right. You might be right. I know it's like the original 13 colonies, but I thought maybe not. I don't know.
I just don't know how they knew to name Florida after the musician.
Oh yeah, Flo Rida.
Flo Rida, yeah.
I went to Florida Georgia Line at first, and then I was like, no, that's not what he's saying.
Florida Georgia what?
Florida Georgia Line. They make the worst music of all time. It's country rap.
Oh, is that kind of like Floribama Shore?
I think it's probably the soundtrack for it.
Okay. Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah, what a great program, Floribama Shore. Jesus, I can't even say it.
Dude, I remember I used to like go on these like Russian torrenting sites so that you wouldn't have to actually download anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You ever use Pirate Bay?
Oh, I might have traveled the high seas once or twice.
On high tide. Did you use what was your program of choice for
BitTorrent?
Oh, really? I would use uTorrent.
Yeah, that's Bit.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Or maybe it's MicroTorrent. I forget what the fuck it's called.
I don't know. I haven't used it since I destroyed my family's computer in high school.
The logo is a U. Oh, yeah. You do have to be a little careful with... make sure that you're not downloading any .exes by mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely...
But it is crazy that you can just, like pay for a VPN, and then just literally get whatever you want that's ever been put out. Video games.
Yeah.
Books... music, television shows, movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I
as
agree.
soon as the day after it's available on streaming, like after it's streamed, like it's available online. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it was tricky back in the day because, like I said, I had dial-up and I'm trying to fucking torrent stuff or pirate stuff.
That doesn't sound fun.
It would take forever. So I would like start it. But then, like, I didn't want my parents to see that I was pirating shit, obviously, so I'd have to leave it and hope that nobody got home or, like, hope that my dad left for work. I could start it before I went to school. And it's like, it's a whole rigmarole.
Oh, did you remember the shit you had to do as a kid to try and, like, get away with stuff? It was, like, so many sneaky plans and stuff,
Yeah, no, and my dad always caught me with, not with my pants down, but with my browser history open.
Oh.
You know. I never got busted with my dong out.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Some I don't know, because I feel like I'm an exploratory fella.
Okay.
And I'm like, you're clicking through you start off your search and stuff. You're looking up boobies, lesbian,
Yeah.
2 girls kiss wiener, like shit, like this dumb stuff when you're just a sprout. And then you start to think about other stuff, so you're Googling that. And then, man, I'm here on X Hamster, XNXX, Pornhub, throwing out the classics,
I like it.
And I would see all these little tabs on the side, be like, ooh, what's bukkake? I thought it was bukkake back then, but whatever, that's beside the point. And so you click that, you said, oh, that's not bad. And then you're like, ooh. But, that's back before it's called bukkake, or it's called a facial. So you're like, girl gets jizz on face. You're not looking up cum.
Yeah.
You're searching jizz.
Do you remember jizz, too?
Yeah.
Do you remember back in the day, that shit?
Yeah. Oh, UJizz? That's another site.
UJizz?
I don't know if UJizz is still around. I haven't seen that pop up.
No, I think they got swallowed up. Back, it's like anything.
UJizz getting swallowed up?
It got swallowed up, dog. I think that, there is, some amount, though, where things are, monopolized now.
Yeah, big porn.
Big porn. It's coming. It's going to have enough sway as, big pharma or big tech.
And then you got these young industrialist women fighting back with their subscriptions. Yeah. What heroes. That's what they are.
And you know what
They're
I
not
like
doing
to
this
do?
because they want to make money.
I
They're
like
doing
to
it
go
fight
on there.
back.
I like to subscribe to people I hate.
Okay.
So it's not OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's also, it should be called
Only
Also
Fans
Enemies.
And Parker. Not a fan, just checking in.
Listen, I hate you, but I will give you $5 a month to look at your boobs.
Well, what I don't like is these. Because I don't remember if you remember that Bella Thorne woman came out with an OnlyFans.
Don't know who that is. Definitely.
I think she was a Disney person. I actually don't 100% know who she is either. I think she might do modeling or maybe music. One of those Disney people who started doing something else afterwards.
5'2", blonde hair, 34 waist, 20. No,
exactly. No.
Yeah, never heard of her. Never heard of her.
She made this went on this basically a press tour, saying
on
that she
a
was
press tour.
Yeah. Oh, as much as you can for porn.
As much as you can for porn.
But she was like, I'm going to start. Oh, is this the double Exxons? We're going through past the double Exxons.
The double
a staple
Exxons.
in the Drive Time podcast.
But also the harbinger of horrible
bad times.
Of bad times.
But so she goes on basically a press tour, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to start an OnlyFans, drums up all this business, gets 1 million subscribers.
1 million?
Saying that she's going to be showing everything. Then she it's just like a bikini picture.
Oh,
and
my God.
She didn't look, I'm not saying anybody should be mandated to expose themselves on the internet. But if you're taking people's money under the assumption that you're going to do that, I feel like there is some kind of implicit obligation.
There needs to be some consumer protection.
Yeah.
Let's complain to the Better Business Bureau about Bella Thorne.
Yeah, she did that, and then there was this whole thing where OnlyFans wasn't going to let porn on their website, and it was this whole thing that snowballed.
Yeah, I remember that when they're like, "Oh, we're going to get rid of the porn." It's like. It's like Safeway being like, we're going to get rid of the food, actually. We do better selling trash bags.
I know. It's just going to be one dude who's like, I think people would like to see my woodworking videos. I'm going to start an OnlyFans.
Well, I really do, I get OnlyFans. You know what I mean? I get it. But I also, there's a part of me that's like, what? I get that it's, more amateur, personalized or something. But it's it's also you're going to have a Netflix subscription to look at one woman? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that.
I think it would make more sense if it was a group. There was some group deal.
So it's just Pornhub.
Okay, maybe I'm just inventing Pornhub
Yeah, you
again.
could just subscribe to Pornhub.
And it was free,
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I don't know.
No, I get that. I don't know, but what I want to know is how are say Pornhub, how are they making money for their ads? Because I feel like they're notoriously nobody clicks on the ads on porn websites.
But you say that about all ads, though. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense how any advertising works.
That's true.
Especially on YouTube and stuff, you click through everything, but the thing is that people wouldn't pay if it didn't do something. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I mean, there is something to be said there just for like it's to give people that front of mind.
Yeah.
When they think of guys with book collections and a Lamborghini in their garage, Knowledge. I love that video. I would watch it like every time.
Dude, he's doing like podcasts now, and he's like trying to be like a hard guy, like he's trying to be like a streetwise guy.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Like a hardened guy where he's like, yeah, man, you can't be a little bitch about stuff. And it's like, dude, this is Ty Lopez. This is not you, buddy. Like, this is not the turn that you can do. Are we getting close?
Yeah, I think I'm in the wrong lane, but yeah, we are 6 minutes
are we supposed
away.
to go straight?
Yep, I might just gun it.
Yeah, I think
kind of a dick move, but wow, is that a Hemi boy? Boop, 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 boop. Flying by faster than the speed of light. We Maryland drivers out here in D.C.
You can't fuck with us.
D.C.'s the capital of our nation. Maryland's the capital of being a fucking dick.
Or being a bad driver.
Yeah, or being a bad driver. Yeah, we are kind of notorious for that. But, yeah, what are we looking at? We're at
55.
56.
We maybe got one more thing in
yeah,
here.
we might have to crop out a couple slurs, so we might as well go the distance.
And it was just like really a bluer podcast.
It's a bluer pod. Yeah,
We're talking about dicks and balls and vagines,
Yeah, we got to get it out before the show.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Psych, that's half my set.
We do clean comedy.
Yeah, we work clean.
We're clean comics.
Yeah, Ron did ask me to do that clean show. I just never got back to him. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, can I talk about the show I did for him?
Sure.
Did I? We haven't talked about it on the pod about our shows we did last week. Yeah. Okay. So it's the only thing I want. All right. This is what I wanted to talk about is because there's this fucking like jacked black guy with a like long white beard, and I mean, jacked white beard looks to be about 25 years old to me. You know what I mean? But like you can tell he's like older.
Ooh.
And dude, I don't know how, but like I knew this guy before.
Right.
Like I went on stage.
He had a sixth sense.
And like the comics before me, it's kind of a bar show. But I went up and I actually had like a really good set or whatever.
Hell yeah.
And I think I told you like the bartender paid for my tab and shit, which is how you really know if you did.
That's the highest praise.
That's either like the bartender feels bad for you or like you fucking murdered it.
Guys, here's a fact about comedians. We don't like to get paid in drink tickets, but we do like to get our drinks paid for.
We like it if someone is risking their job to.
And not only that, but like having somebody buy you a drink is a compliment. That happened to me. Yeah. Like I was saying at that show. But then this dude like he wasn't paying attention to me at all, and even was kind of like eyeing me up because like when I went to grab a drink, like it was next to him, and I think he was kind of like, "What do you do in my personal space?" But he comes up to me and he starts going like, "Yeah, man, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do right there. You got to do the things that work." And not do the things that don't work. You know what I mean? And Sound advice.
He was like lecturing me with like literally like no knowledge of
I love that.
anything at all, and talking like he was just saying this like wisdom of
All right, you fucking gabagool.
Dude, what the fuck? Should we get out of the car?
Yeah, we should fucking roll up. We're doing a podcast. You fucking. Oh, good. Your minivan.
Your minivan. Oh, more like a mini
dick. Soccer practice.
I bet you got a mini brush hole too.
Dude, it's so weird that happened to you though, because this almost.
And no, but then he I was trying to leave because it was like I wanted to go to Zismos too.
Right.
Because. It is just fucking awesome doing like 3 mics in a night.
A little double header or triple header.
He just keeps talking to me. I'm like, oh yeah, man, yeah. And he goes, where are you going? Well, I'll get you another drink. He like buys me another drink, and like the bartender is like right there, so she like is grabbing the glass, and I'm like, no, like I have to like scream almost like while this dude's like doing stand up, like don't do that, and like then I'm just like, okay, cool, but like, dude, he tractor beamed me in. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like it took all of my like social like not giving a fuck to get out of that conversation.
Oh, dude, that's
If
brutal.
I was a slightly weaker man, I would have been there for 4 hours just having a guy go, and that's the thing. The more you do it, the better you get at it, And just just saying absolute nonsense.
Yeah, the stuff that everybody heard the first time they did comedy.
Yeah.
Like when you go up and tell jokes, you want laughs.
Yeah. Well, it's stuff that could apply to literally anything.
Yeah.
Like the more you do it, you get the better you get. It's like
the more you hear it, the less impact it makes. So it's so crazy that happened to you though, because that happened to me on Saturday.
Oh, really?
The
like the
next
same
day.
thing?
So I do this show and it is dead. All right, every comic was supposed to do 20. Nobody hit it. Like everybody was doing between 10 and 15. Everybody's doing nobody's hitting what they were supposed to. And then I take the stage. I do 80% crowd work. I'm on stage for 25. All right, just having the time of my life.
Really?
I was having a great time up there. There was 2 old school lesbians in there.
Oh hell yeah!
Where they're wearing
Respect.
the flannels, Carhartt jackets. They got short, spiky hairdos, the whole 9, right? And so I'm like, hell yeah! So I'm talking to these women and stuff, and they're just they're cool as hell, right? Just having a great time.
Yeah.
And afterwards, this old dude with a white beard, white kind of the yin to his yang. He was he's like, yeah, let me, how you doing, man? I was talking to him, and of course, since he's an old white dude in a biker bar, he's like, the problem with kids is they're so offended, and I'm like, oh, here we go, But
are we at a school?
There's the venue.
Oh,
but
okay, all right.
But yeah, so he starts rattling off advice the same way, and he's like, yeah, I think you could, you're really funny, you were the best comedian. Let me buy you a shot. So I was like, all right, I'll do a shot of Jim Beam.
Yeah.
All right, and then
Jim Beam hard.
Yeah, well, he's like, I shouldn't do one. I'm drinking a beer. I can't drink both. And I'm like, all right.
You can. That's totally
do it. And so he did. And then he's like, let me buy you another one. He's like, I wonder if they got any shine. And I was like, all right, sure. And he's like, oh, they got pecan moonshine. And so I took a shot, and I was like, I winced. And he's like, oh, pretty strong. I was like, no, it's because it tastes like fucking pecan. It was rough. But anyway, we are at the Dewdrop Inn, about to do some stand-up.
Yeah.
My name.
You're Al.
And you're Parker.
Yeah, and that's the
Drive Time Podcast.
Drive Time Podcast. All right, peace.